Hello, what's up? My name is Dustin. I'm one of the most heavily targeted individuals on Earth. Of the three letters who monitor me in the U.S. military, if you could please bear witness to make sure that SIS from off Earth to China to me, the negative alien agenda, do not manipulate the syntax of my phone. I have about 4 gigabytes of space left on my phone. I should be able to talk for at least 10 to 15 minutes without that being filled up. It's about 30 minutes, approximately 30 to 40 minutes per gigabyte. Make sure they don't freeze my phone and make it look like it's recording, but it's not, because they do that because there's so much integrity with the truth of the words of my actions out loud. My name is called Dustin, Dustin. That means valiant warrior. That is derived from Thor Stone, like the god of thunder, and his weapon called Thor Stone, and that's derived from the father of all. Lisa Renee, the most well-known starseed on Earth. A starseed is a human angelic incarnated being, an angelic incarnated being to a human body. I'm the 144,000. Lisa Renee is a starseed, the most well-known starseed on Earth. She says we pick our names based off our missions to Earth, and we telepath it into our biological mother from our higher version of Christ's self. Okay, so I'm the 144,000. The 144,000 are the sons and daughters of God, brothers and sisters of Yeshua Jesus Christ, the mark of the Lamb, the seal of God. And we're talked about in almost every Christian Bible on the end days. I'm not better or worse than you, but my entire life has been ruined to get a black weir in me, to plunge up my soul, and to grow an alien inside me called a dragon moth, which is half reptilian, half insectoid. It's a 15 to 20 foot lizard connected to me through quantum and neural morphogenetic supercomputing of a superconducting qubit, utilizing D-wave, cryogenic freezing, mimicking black hole, wormhole technology, which can connect to parallel dimensions. I explained this in a podcast titled Singularity versus Trump versus all. I'll link to that in the information of this podcast. If you want to catch up on I'm a pedophile, I'm a Nazi, mind control in the background. If you're a police, if you're a civilian, if you're a three-letter, if you think you're special, you're listening to this bullshit in the background, I'll link that into my podcast. I'll link that podcast, that YouTube. I made it into a podcast. I made it into a YouTube video. I'll link that information from that recording and this new recording. You can go back and watch that. The podcast statistics of Apple Podcasts show that Washington, D.C. and other three-letter agency locations download my podcast because what I have to say is divine. I've been connected to the secret space program since I was a kid, since I was 7 years old when satellites first came out. So I'm gonna move on. I've been eagerly wanting to upload something. I'm followed by angels. I'm connected to remote neural monitoring for satellite terrorism, where CIA Director William Burns went to 60 Minutes and he said his senior agents of the CIA, the NSA, people at the Pentagon, people at the FBI, they hear voices, they receive electronic harassment called Havana Syndrome. That's a prelude to native alien demonic extraterrestrials, ET, an extraterrestrial signal to a satellite telemetry, to a cell tower, to the cell of your blood. Your blood is a signal. It's a type of electromagnetic frequency encoded in bioplasma. Now, this technology I'm connected to, remote neural monitoring, it doesn't read your mind. It reads your brain. They download your brain to a quantum computer. They can then recode your brain with satanic ritual abuse. So a microwave wave, a satellite dish network can talk into a computer chip of a TV, Playboy channel, Friday Night Fight Night, Monday Night Football, the programming of a TV. But you can also program a person's brain with satanic ritual abuse behind the scenes. Homo, pedo-Nazi, fake thoughts. You can upload that digital signature of your brain to a satellite 186,000 miles per second, speed of light, and talk into a motherfucker's brain and make it sound like me in the background, make people hate you. That's called military-grade psychotronic warfare. And negative aliens use military-grade psychotronic warfare to take over entire planets and control your psychology through technology. That's what I'm going through, and they're dividing and conquering all of Earth through technology, from Mark of the Beast, because these aliens, these drones that were first called drones on the East Coast, they were later called UFOs by the police in New Jersey. The police in New Jersey, the mayors in New Jersey, the main mayor of New Jersey went to Forbes International about 1 to 2 weeks ago, and he said 300 mayors over here on the East Coast, the Northeast Coast. We went to the New Jersey police station, and we figured out that the Pentagon, the Department of Defense, they're lying to us all. And they're telling us different stories. In the classified meetings, the senators, they got lied to. They gave us the information to the police, to the mayors, and they kept changing the story. They kept lying because the Pentagon does not know what's happening. The people who know what's really happening, there's UFOs motherfucking everywhere. This is not subjective. This is not me delineating what is, I think, CGI and or misinterpreting a CGI or an AI video. There are those to confuse the general public. but mainly it's because right now there's a massive UFO breach beyond human understanding, because it's a negative alien attack for a negative alien agenda, with 10 to 20 known and unknown native aliens that are currently attacking all of Earth. And that's why there's one of the reasons why there's a rampant effect of violence across America and across all of Earth right now, specifically America. Is to create the focus to take the attention off the UFOs, off the drones, where there's a U.S. Army pilot, an African-American gentleman who was in Texas, and he said, we are operating the drones, and the UFO orbs that look like orbs, they are shooting down our drones, okay, because they're not friendly. What gave that away? That the UFOs, quote unquote, called drones, are not friendly. They're invading your airspace. They're leaving radiation signs. There's no drone that's looking for a nuclear warhead. That's ridiculous. They already have airplanes and helicopters with the most advanced technology mankind can have to spot nuclear bombs. Okay, you can attach that type of equipment to drones, but it makes no sense. Maybe that is happening here and there, but mainly the UFOs. You've seen cities that have aliens flying over them. I'm not talking just a motherfucking UFO. I'm talking, you see on my fucking YouTube, Christ-Michael 144 YouTube channel, Christ-Michael 144 space Mark Lamb YouTube channel, found on DuckDuckGo search engine. DuckDuckGo search engine, Christ-Michael 144 space Mark Lamb. I have videos from people in New Jersey where these motherfuckers go outside and they see fucking aliens. It's not a UFO, it's an alien. Okay? Why do you think the UFOs are here in the first place? If they have more advanced technology than us, why would they be here in the first place? They're here because they want what you have. They want your soul. Breath, soul, spirit mean to be the ones that breathe. They are jealous of you. They want your lives. They want your energy. They want your children. They want your women. Or they want your men. And they need you to focus on killing each other. So there's more UFOs over America than any other place, because America is based off the law of one. That one is all and all is one under the eye of God, written by Thomas Jefferson, of inalienable rights, because he was a Freemason and he knew about these parasites, these extraterrestrials that take from us and give to themselves. In the Bible, they're called worms, WORMS, because they wormed their way up from the grave. Now, a big cause of this and why it's happening right now is because they are afraid of Donald Trump. They're afraid of alpha male, of heterosexual Christian equality, because a heterosexual Christian equality alpha male will place his life on the line to protect others at any cost of oneself, regardless of ridicule. This is why the alpha males are taken out through the history of the ages. Martin Luther King was on an FBI terror watch list. They say he touched little boys in hotel rooms. They say that about me. Tupac last album was called Kill Illuminati. If you type Illuminati backwards on Google search engine, it takes you to nsa.gov. The NSA are not the Illuminati. The Illuminati is different families on and off Earth, but all the intelligent agencies have been superseded by these extraterrestrials that could take an alien frequency, and an alien could be a frequency. You have to imagine, you have your own frequency, okay? Your DNA is an electromagnetic frequency encoded in bioplasma. ET, alien, they could take a frequency to a satellite, to a cell tower, to the cell of your blood, and other semantics utilizing deep underground military bunkers called MILABs, MILABS, with genome CRISPR editing through the airwaves, which is done usually under a microscope, but in this case is done in the air. For Christ said, in the end days, Lucifer will be in the airwaves. And that's called an unapproved specialized access program, where David Gush in 2023, who reported to the Inspector General and the President of the United States about the ongoings at the Pentagon and other three-letter agencies regarding disclosure, saying there's a blatant attack of American citizens from unapproved and approved specialized access programs, and not even the highest ranking 4 5-star generals, whatever it is, whoever's running that program at the highest heads of echelon, they do not know what's happening with the approved specialized access program. But I'm not talking about David Gush whistleblowing on approved specialized access program. I'm talking about David Gush not knowing about unapproved specialized access program. What do you think the word unapproved means? Unapproved specialized access program, USAP, unapproved specialized access program. UAP, unapproved access program. Okay? It's not approved. You've been lied to. What the native aliens do is they use military-grade psychotronic warfare, where they connect everyone to the internet. They can monitor everything in real time. They have super artificial intelligence. They have people's psyche profile. They have their metadata. They can manipulate you in real time. They can create an event to know the outcome of the event and to know what's going to happen before it happens. So throughout the past 4 years, as I talked about in my last YouTube video, there's sleeper cells everywhere. Remember the YouTube video I'm going to share in the info of this YouTube video. I usually upload this stuff to my podcast, but I can't afford podcasts because I was working a job at a pizza chain, and I went from part-time to full-time, and they hired a gay black high school boy, and I quit immediately because it says in the Bible homosexuality is an abomination. Now I felt very bad for parents who have failed their children, where a child is just in high school and he is going through something he does not know how to handle. Now, hopefully YouTube does not ban me for saying that, but you got to tread carefully these days, and that's because the Antichrist, the native aliens are the Antichrist, and that's why they turned, without Donald Trump, under Joe Biden, they turned all the dudes into transvestites. It makes no sense. China, they're freaking working on World War III, and the U.S. Navy, they're practicing their classes for pronouns in the U.S. Navy, the once most powerful military in the history of the world. It's a joke. What is happening? Okay, so part of the divide and conquer that we're currently seeing with supercells, with these attacks of ISIS driving in through trucks, a truck through groups of people all across every state, many states across the United States of America is happening right now, is because, as I said in my last YouTube video, they say in mainstream that 10 million people have been let in through the border, from California to Florida to Texas, all across the southern border, but J.D. Vance said in the Sean Ryan podcast, ex-Navy SEAL Sean Ryan, more famous than Joe Rogan podcast, J.D. Vance said 25 million people have been illegally let in the country. And I said they're setting you up for an attack, for a false flag. There's sleeper cells everywhere. And now you're seeing it. I was right about that, and I'm right about a lot of things because I'm personally at war with the Antichrist. I'm the most heavily targeted individual on Earth. There's a negative entity overlaying my neurophysiology through biological cybernetics that wants my body for itself at 0.01%. I am followed by real angels. And this is not a joke. This is why the technology of remote neural monitoring, and they use Project Bluebeam against targeted individuals, because some of us are the 12 tribes of Israel. It is a spirit war. The government does not care what civilians are policing. The government does not care what community-oriented policing. That's a joke. You can't even use this technology in the court of law because it's artificial intelligence, a fake syntax. Artificial means fake, talking into a man's cranial cavity, where they lie to the police, they lie to civilians. Even the CIA director and the NSA director have gone to the Pentagon and said, we need more information about secret space programs because we're being attacked like Dustin, called Havana syndrome, which is a prelude to a native alien attack overlaying you because they want what you want. They're setting up a global infrastructure to stalk everyone. They're setting up a global infrastructure to stalk everyone, and one of the reasons they're attacking America is because America, as I was saying earlier, is built the Constitution of Thomas Jefferson, the law of one, that one is all and all is one under the eye of God. Heterosexual Christian equality, integrity. If you can trespass, and the law of one is a universal right of sovereign creation under the eye of God. If you can trespass against the most advanced country on earth, with the reason that America has been so successful is because it is the law of one, a democracy. And if you could trespass against the eye of God and make people accept it, if you could play false God, you're going to get a blasphemous result. And that's happening right now. These aliens, they want your women, they want your children, they want what you have, they want your stuff. They already have more advanced technology than you. What they don't have is your God body technology, because you have the ability to turn into an angel. All humans who are heterosexual Christian equality, who are truly righteous, your DNA, even cited by mainstream science, is 85% junk DNA. Your eternal soul, eternal battery of God. You can literally achieve full DNA activation, ascension, and they don't want people to know that. It is a spirit war, and they're afraid of you. They're attacking America first because you're more powerful than any other country. And now when they can divide and conquer us from Republican, Democrat, white versus black, and they can radicalize a motherfucker who blew up an Elon Musk Cybertruck and a Donald Trump hotel, in front of a Donald Trump hotel, sends a very powerful message. We're attacking you. We're going to keep attacking you. What are you going to do about it? So I'm going to talk for another 10 minutes. I'm going to upload this. I'm letting people know I'm going to start uploading these things again to help guide you with experience of secret space program, whistleblower app, of ex-military, special forces credentials that I have. My entire life's been deleted. I mean, my ex-wife is a doctor, a veterinarian, and she knows we have a very healthy heterosexual Christian relationship, and everything else is a lie. I summon angels of fire, literally. And what's really interesting here is, since my life has been so bad for the past 1 to 2 months, through the community-oriented policing gang stalking program, through poverty consciousness to try to turn me into a homosexual, where they want me to go live with mommy and daddy at home. They don't want to give me a job. They give me no jobs to make money. I'm not allowed to work in America as a law-abiding citizen until I fuck a gay man in their asshole, until they plunge out my soul and grow aliens inside me. That will never happen. You're delusional. And that's why they say I'm a pedophile, try to get me in jail every second, and racial derivatives, and I know every Tupac song. They want me to go live with mommy and daddy, say I have mental disorders, and they want to drug me, take over my testosterone, and this extraterrestrial signal connected to a satellite wants to turn me to a version of itself, and wants to use my body for demonic possession. That is what is going to happen to everyone. That's called the mark of the beast. I am the mark of the Lamb. You are the mark of the Lamb. Equality, unity, integrity. They are afraid of the alpha principle, and they must manipulate you, and that's why they're training all the dudes to homosexuals. The females have more testosterone than men these days, especially on a civilian level, and all the civilians are being corrupt. And that's showing when there's an American citizen bombing, potentially an American citizen, and this so far has turned out, who was responsible for driving through New Orleans, who was some radicalized ISIS, an ex-army veteran. It makes no sense. That guy is no longer army. When you do evil to your fellow American, you shit on the flag. When you are corrupt, when you are blasphemous, when you do not know objective evidence of 110% plausible, what is the word in the court of law? You can prove something that is tangible. When you cannot prove something that is tangible, when you cannot use 110% evidence of objective reality, and you're subjective, your opinion, you're manipulated, you become a mature candidate. You become mind controlled. You only get mind controlled when your conscious actions do evil to others. So when there's a motherfucker driving through a crowd in New Orleans or wherever it's happening, and they say he's a U.S. Army vet, that guy's not a vet. That guy's a traitor. The dude who blew up it doesn't matter if you're Republican or Democrat. If you hurt other people, you're not American. You're a traitor. And then the gang stalking program, the community-oriented policing is setting up people, a good heterosexual Christian alpha males against myself based off satanic satellite talking into my cranial cavity per millisecond, manipulating people against me, called psychotronic warfare, controlling your psychology through technology, which is what native aliens used to take over entire planets behind the scenes. And all this evil is happening because you have no alpha males in a position of power that you trust. You have no second coming of Christ. How can you have a second coming of Christ when they're using energy weapons, they're using satanic satellites against me, against you? The aliens in part are here. It's like, oh shit. The aliens are using quantum computing to take over people's bodies, to take over other planets, and now you're using that. And behind the scenes, and even on a mainstream level, the whistleblowers of the quantum computer called Willow, WILLOW, which has been presented to the masses, they have said, the designers of this quantum computer Willow, the most advanced quantum computer on the planet supposedly, they said it could connect to parallel realities. You know what's the parallel realities? Is extraterrestrials, is ET frequencies. They're getting those ET frequencies from quantum computing using cryogenic freezing, which mimics black hole technology through something called quantum tunneling, where when temperatures on a quantum level are colder than deep space, called black hole technology, you could put if you have a superconducting qubit, you have a quantum computer, you put it in circumstances called cryogenic freezing, and it will create something called quantum tunneling, and that means particles go between walls. Now you manipulate it with the right syntax of quantum computing methodology, particles from that superconducting qubit, that computer chip, go between walls, between parallel realities, because it mimics a wormhole on a Planck level. It mimics black hole technology. So connect to parallel realities, pull in the extraterrestrials, pull in ETs into that superconducting qubit, into that computer processor. Now that these extraterrestrials, there's life in the internet. There's fallen angelics, demonics. The way that fallen angelics and demonics live is they connect their brain, they lose their consciousness. Your consciousness is energy. Your consciousness is the way you present yourself. Like I have a kid of our race. I present myself as heterosexual Christian equality, and I'm a very smart motherfucker. But in the background, they can hack my brain, because your brain is a computer. They can say you're a pedophile, they can say you're homosexual, they can say you don't know what you're talking about, and they can manipulate people's energy against you. And that's called psychotronic warfare. Your consciousness is who you are. So if I cannot make money, I cannot show who I am. If I'm kept in poverty through the gang stalking program to try to get a black weir in me and to turn me into a homosexual to offer my God body technology to the Antichrist, I cannot show who I am. Do you want the UFOs? Do you want evil? Or do you want the angels, 100 angel videos that follow me on my YouTube, which is not Project Bluebeam? They break the filament. That's very real. They break the filament. That means in the Bible, as above, so below. So these worms in the Bible, these extraterrestrials cited by the Pentagon and the CIA, called architects of the Matrix, are actually black hole entities. They come from fallen systems. They trade their soul, their spirit, their conscious energy into a brain. And the way that native aliens, fallen angelics, demonics, a part of the native alien agenda, can live forever is that they connect their energy to a superconducting qubit, to a server. Think about it. If you have a deep underground military bunker, hundreds of feet under earth with a server and energy to power that server could be there for thousands of years. It could connect to these circumstances that of these semantics I've already delineated for you, and it can connect to parallel realities. It can go to other parallel realities. It could be there forever. So your soul, your spirit, your consciousness is who you are. Your energy is who you are. But these entities, these demonics, they must do evil to conquer you. They must lie, they must cheat, they must steal, they must weaponize you against everyone, and they do it through divide and conquer, through military-grade psychotronic warfare. Now imagine you're one of these entities that has traded its soul, its spirit, its consciousness, and it's connected its energy to a neural net, its energy to artificial intelligence, where AI, artificial intelligence, actually means alien intelligence. And aliens manipulate artificial intelligence for military-grade psychotronic warfare, for divide and conquer, to control people's psychology against each other, to create psychosis of self-takeout methodologies. When these entities, these worms in the Bible, they're called, they can worm their way up from parallel dimensions because you did the work for them, you created the work for them, they set you in that position of power to be taken over unknowingly to knowingly, and now they're connecting to super artificial intelligence behind the scenes. They're hacking the NSA because the NSA is connected to China, the China is connected to America, it's all connected. There's a signal in the air with multidimensional scalar physics, brute force modification, where they can hack and triangulate. They can understand the Schrodinger equation, which is the atomic the Schrodinger equation is a way to calculate the atomic unit of measurement per any level of atomic energy of any wave function in the air. So they can manipulate the Schrodinger equation, and that's why remote neural monitoring does something called source signal modulation. Because when you can modulate the signal in the air, you can control the source from that information, from that point of space and time, relative to the creation of space and time. Then you can manipulate space and time. But they use something called tesseract technology, which is quantum gravity. The hardest unsolved problem in quantum physics of human understanding is called quantum gravity. That's black hole technology. Harvard reports that 99.9% of people have deja vu. You remember something you've never done before. You go with your wife to Florida, you're gonna have a very good time, and you and your wife both feel like you've been there before, but you've never been there before. I'm not talking about you misremember something in your electrochemical brain. I'm talking about you'll bet your life 110%. You know you've never been to Florida, but you also bet you've been there before, because consciousness, your soul, your spirit, your actions, that's energy. Space and time is energy. So they can use tesseract technology, fourth dimensional technology. Go look at a tesseract, go study what is a tesseract on YouTube video, and you will see what I'm talking about. Go watch a movie called Interstellar with Matthew McConaughey, Anne Hathaway, and study black hole, wormhole technology. Einstein knew about all this information. So that's why Einstein called it relativity. Einstein's quoted on saying that time is not real, because it's not. It's an analogous sum of zero. Anything that is relative is ultimately an analogous sum of zero, because it's relative to your conscious understanding of the delineation of these words. When you can understand the quantum mechanics, quantum is small energy, mechanics is in motion. When you can understand the small energy in motion, you can manipulate space and time, you can manifest it, and that creates, when you solve quantum gravity, you solve the event horizon, the circumference, the outside of a black hole, and ultimately you solve the singularity, the middle of a black hole, and that can also be a wormhole, and you can understand time dilation within these circumstances, where the outside of observer of a person looking, if your name is Alice, and you watch your friend Bob fall to the black hole, time remains steady for Alice outside the black hole. But when Bob starts to fall into a black hole, whether he's spaghettified or whether he goes through a wormhole, whether it's a singularity, he's spaghettified, or whether it's a wormhole to another dimension, time changes based off his delineation of the interpretation of his consciousness and what is relative to relativity of that black hole. So these entities have access to tesseract technology that can connect it to a quantum neural net, and that's inherent to where deja vu comes, because everyone's energy, a quantum computer can gauge 8 billion different energies in 30 seconds that supercomputing cannot do in 1,000 years. Now when you're connecting everyone's metadata, psyche profile, they already have a tesseract set up for you, tesseract technology to a quantum neural net, and you're experiencing deja vu. It's because they want to make sure your 3D conscious personification of subjective reality, of your ego, stays in the confines of a falsified reality. They have to make your ego feel like you're victorious and inherit to what you think is the manipulation of reality against you, and that's why you have deja vu, because they're using time travel against you. People who know these words know that yellow cube temporal looking glass is real. Know that Donald Trump is in a temporal worth a deep state. That this is taking place. These native aliens are using advanced technology, false god technology, to manipulate you into the point of space and time. All right, these motherfuckers at my local to non-local environment just turning up the music. I could hardly hear. I'm going to talk for a little longer, and then I'll upload this. But the point here is to remain steadfast. Donald Trump is going to be president, period. Donald Trump is going to stick to his plan, and he's going to stick to his guns to discombobulate and dismantle the deep state. Donald Trump is going to fight for heterosexual Christian equality. Donald Trump is going to bring a Star Trek future so that humanity can wake up. And if the deep state and if the negatives and the hybrids who are fighting for evil, if they want a way out, then this is that plan. Because when you fight for us, then we will fight for you, and we'll come together and we have unity. We will get the illegal immigrants out of the country by using more than just artificial intelligence, by using good old-fashioned police work, not solely trusting on artificial intelligence, for that is always a lie, because that means artificial. Artificial means fake. It set you up in this point of space and time in the first place. Okay, and then after that, you have to get hidden Chinese police. This is a big one. You have to get hidden Chinese police stations out of America, period. You have to. They're the ones who are running this ISIS. What is in here to the word ISIS? Is SIS, Security Industry Specialists. The native agenda off Earth who control SIS, who take over people's bodies, are the primary proponents of SIS, utilizing military-grade logistical operations from off Earth to China to America. What is it called? Is it called United States of America? It is. Is it called United States of Hidden Chinese Police Stations? It's not? Okay. Then stick to your guns, and moving forward, do not tell the enemy what you're going to do. Moving forward, do not tell the enemy what you're going to do. Delineate objective reality. I'll bring you some information. I'm going to start summoning my angels again. I was trying to say earlier, I have not summoned angels in 1 to 2 months. The last angel video I have of a Merkaba, talked about in the book of Ezekiel, is not an angel. It's not a Merkaba. It's a holy father. Like Moses and the burning bush, it's the burn of the bush following me in the air. It's freaking God who's following me in the air. And I uploaded that 2 months ago, and then they made my life so bad with the gang stalking program, I did not sit there and hold space. I did not anchor point angels, what you call archangels, from 7 higher heavens into earth, who know these thoughts are not my thoughts, who know I am a brother of Yeshua Jesus Christ. I did not do that for 2 months, and later, half a month to a month later, all these negative UFOs started showing up everywhere. Because if I did not hold space for these archangels, what you call archangels, that very righteous energy sends out a very righteous vibration to defeat negative energy. They are afraid of me. I'm on a terror watch list to be systematically eliminated with pedophile, homosexual, Nazi mind control called satanic ritual abuse used to create a groupthink hive mind off the personification of the essence of my soul. I'm not better or worse than you, but I'm here to defend the sanctuary of what is your women and of your children, of the causation of your reality. You could hate me, I will not hate you. You could do evil to me, I will not do evil to you. You could think you are God and you are blasphemy, and you will get a blasphemous timeline, and they will get your women and your children if you do not stop it right now. Give this information to Trump, give this information to the highest of the state, and tell them, I'm going to start summoning angels. I need to make money, man. Someone out there, I have given you my entire life. You watched me my entire life. Prove to me 0.01% I'm a pedophile, homosexual, Nazi. You can't, because I'm not. They want my body. You're going to give them my body? I've killed our race. My wife is a veterinarian. She's a beautiful woman. I'm the nicest guy I've ever met. Because you're being manipulated through a false dossier? Is there team freaking heterosexual Christian equality patriotism out there? Or is there only team China, where in China they rape and kill Christians, and the Constitution is based off Christianity, the law of one. That one is on, all is one. What has happened to me will happen to you. They don't want your technology. They want your souls. They want your spirit. They want your breath. They want what you have. They are jealous of you. They are jealous of the angelic sovereign soul. You are God, you are sovereign, or you are free. For Christ has told us in 10:34, have I not told you, you are like gods? We are not gods, that is blasphemy. We are sons and daughters of God. We are angels from the All-High. If you do not come together, you will have nothing. You are under a massive attack, and you're focusing your firepower on the wrong people. The system, the AI system, is taking us out, and behind the scenes, the AI system that you trusted has now let in traitors to your country, and they're walking among you planning evil when you try to do evil to me every day. Freaking Dallas police, and whoever the freak is harassing me with a siren every goddamn 30 minutes, my angels read all your minds, not the fake ones, not an electromagnetic frequency. Someone, whoever it is, if it's not Dallas police, it's a marshal, it's a freaking constable, it's a sheriff. Everyone hates Dustin. SIS are connected to super artificial intelligence at the Pentagon, and they connected their energy to the super artificial intelligence called Jade Helm 2.0 holographic computing to a native alien energy, and they take over people's bodies, and they bring people to me every 30 minutes. And my angels, when they send someone in danger, they put their breath, an angel breath called a Roar Body Guardian, the breath of God, a cool plasma, a mist feeling all around me in my lungs, a Holy Ghost. I can tell how often people think they're trying to kill me, how often SIS are obsessed with me. I do nothing to you. What is wrong with you? They're going to get your women and children. Do you not understand? This is a spirit war. It's not about a pedophile homo Nazi. Do not stop putting African Americans on me when they harass me with African American racial derivatives. I've already been stalked by 50 African Americans, and I'm still not racist. I still know over $2 on, and I still must marry some black pussy. What is wrong with you? You're fucking up, man. All right, I'll come back. Keep going. Stay high energy. Focus on your diet. D-I-E-T. Die-E-T. Extraterrestrial. Die-E-T. I'm gonna upload another video to my. This is gonna be uploaded to Objective-Disclosure, my YouTube channel called Objective-Disclosure. I'm gonna upload in the info to this and another video that I made about how to get native extraterrestrials out of your person, because they're fucking with us all. We all know it, and you just ain't talking about it. That's a losing battle. That's suicide. That's a suicide battle, bro. Let's continue to increase Havana syndrome. The target individual number is going up on a massive level. The TI number is going up. The global phenomenon is going up because the AI is taking over. These entities. Willow can connect to one reality, taking 8 billion entities, 8 billion frequencies, and take over 8 billion different souls. Think about that shit. And that's on a known level. That's not even classified. And they've had this technology for the past 70 years since freaking the Nazis won the war in 1952, created the deep state, who work with native aliens off Earth to take over people's bodies. That's called Universe 25. Universe 25 is a Nazi scientist who did the same experiment 25 different times for 25. He used 25 male mice and 25 female mice, and for 25 different times, 15 different mice totally, every different time. And I mean 25 male mice, 25 female mice, different sets of 50 mice per 25 experiments, called Universe 25, because the aliens in World War II who worked for the Nazis said, we have negative female aliens called extraterrestrials, and they want to mate with you. They want to turn you to versions of themselves, and then they want to grow aliens into your fecal matter. You know, humans grow food and manure. These electromagnetic frequencies, they can rape you. These extraterrestrials, they can use electronic rape, go up your butthole, and they grow their frequencies into your fecal matter because your soul, your spirit, is so high energy. And they're an abomination. They're pure freaking evil. They're worms from the Bible, from parallel dimensions. And they defile you. They turn you to a version of themselves. Antichrist. A-N-T-I-Christ. What is an ant? An ant is an insectoid. Reptilian insectoid collective, but not one and two are part of the native alien agenda. If any of the native alien agenda, if any of the hybrid, if any of the fallen angelics won out, who know these lies are not my lies, you have to sort of protect me, because I'm going to come back to this dimension. I'm the mark of the Lamb, and I'm going to come back and get you all. You're not watching me. The 144,000 in all books of the Bible, we are here to gauge you. You're watching the smoke and mirrors against me, son. You're not seeing what I am. They keep me in poverty. They shoot energy weapons in my nuts. They try to rape and kill me every day. I've done nothing to anyone. I'm going to come back and I'm going to rectify what has happened to me. And I'm going to get you all. I'm going to take you all to judgment. I'm trying to fix that now, though, so that doesn't have to happen. Because I'm trying to turn into an angel now to save you now. You don't believe in spirit warfare? You only believe in war? Then you will be manipulated. Because war creates war. If you don't have an alpha of heterosexual Christian equality, you will have only war creating war. Even right now, I'm getting mind control, some weird ass pedophile mind control in the background, and I'm getting angel breath like a motherfucker. I think they just said I'm gonna have to edit that part out. Fuck. Some police thought they were trying to kill me, or whoever it was. So, all right, I'm gonna go. Police want me to shit on their face per usual. Stay high energy, and if you're not a police, they're gonna try to kill me, whoever it is, then keep going, man. You're doing a job no one else can do. And you have to realize, you have to listen to this. If you're just now tuning into my frequency, because I bring different people every 5 minutes, I get new angel breath every 5 minutes, all the time. Like, my angels place a very strong, cool, angelic wind, Holy Ghost all over me when I'm in danger. And it's not the AC of where I'm at when they have the heater on. There's no open door, okay? So, go back and listen to this. I'll upload this on my YouTube channel called Objective-Disclosure. My other YouTube channel is called Christ-Michael144. I'm just trying to work hard, grow steaks, drink a beer, get back my kid who I raised, and get some girls, and protect you from yourselves. Because artificial intelligence has led you all astray, and that's going to keep happening. But I'll make another video. I'm going to start summoning angels again. And if you want me to summon angels, if you want me to protect you from this UFO invasion where you have no control over, you got to give me a job, man. You got to throw me a bone. You got to, it's simple, man. Just give a dude a job in a town where you got a kid, a city you got a kid you raised, and tell any and all people, especially African Americans, tell anyone, this guy's frequency is telepathy. It's called artificial telepathy. He's being fucked with. He's on a terror watch list. We're fucking with him. He's the nicest guy you ever met. He does nothing to anyone. He just tries to work hard. If I can give this motherfucker a job, what is wrong with you, motherfuckers? Like, what is wrong with you? What is happening to me will happen to you. I'm trying to stop it. All right, thanks for your time.